Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Mass Effect 2. Okay, so we've dropped off a few things, which is all very nice and dandy, but now we need to go ahead and complete a few more missions. So, what we're going to do is, now that we've got a little bit of cash on our side, and we've finished everything that we need to in this little sector, we're going to go ahead and make our way back towards the mass relay and look for the Normandy's fallen. Yep, I think that's going to be the best plan for us. We'll go ahead and we'll scoot across and hopefully
we'll have our fuel remains.
Alright, half our fuel remains. That should be fine. If we go to the depot here, we've got plenty of money. We'll buy a little bit of fuel. Looks like that automatically refuels us. And you know what? We'll even go ahead and buy a couple of probes here. And then let's head to the mass relay. So, what we need is to head over to the Omega Nebula. Yeah, we'll explore the Normandy crash site. People know that we're alive now. We've talked to Anderson, and unfortunately we've bumped back into Udina. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put up our memorial. Now we do have one extra, what do we call it? One extra probe than what we currently want. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly go ahead and we're going to enter the orbiter over here. We'll start the scanner. Moderate. Yeah, that should be fine. And what we'll do is we'll spend a few of our probes here, and then we'll refill what we've got before we head to our next location. Alright, so anything else we can do here? It does look like there's a decent amount. Let's see how that plays out. And then, let's see, where is the palladium? There should be some in the nearby. Huh. Okay, maybe not as much as I thought. Alright, I can't find much of anything there. Let's see, anything? Well, unfortunately not quite as riveting as I would have hoped. I was hoping to get to the Normandy nice and swiftly, but I guess that's not going to happen just yet. There we go. That's a decent chunk of change.
Probe launched.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure palladium is one of the things that we want for one of our next major ship upgrades. I think that that's for the scanner, but we will see how that all goes. Any more? It's much of a muchness. But there seems to be more over here. Hang on a second. Yeah, I guess that's going to be about as good as we can get.
Probe away.
And then, come on, let's just move around a little bit quicker. What do we see? We're down to 4, but I think that's not a bad chunk of iridium. That'll be good enough. Alright, and you know what? That takes us to 20 probes. Let's go ahead and spend one more. That way we can at least refuel nicely. Sorry, refill an even amount. Alright, that'll do good. Alright, platinum is in abundance. So, oh, oopsie daisies, wrong button there. Let's go ahead and fly away to the refueling station. We'll pick up 10 more probes, and then we'll go ahead and check out the Normandy site. Unfortunately for us, it seems that, we need to have a probe, even though we're technically told where it is. It's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. But either way, it'll all work out for us. So let's go ahead and coast on across. We'll go ahead and see. Here we are, the Normandy crash site. We'll explore the rest if we have any remaining, but
Anomaly detected.
We'll go with this first. So, we've got to start our scan. An anomaly is detected. Let's go ahead and, you know, that's a solid amount of iridium.
Away.
We'll pick that up. You can now afford the Advanced Mineral Scanner project. Okay, well, you know what?
I have detected an anomaly.
Follow the white indicator on the reticle to find the anomaly. Fair enough, and that is something that we will do, but first and foremost, let's get this advanced scanner up and running. That is something that I want sooner than later. So ship enhancement, advanced mineral scanner. Oh, it was iridium. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We'll go ahead and pick that up. So that should hopefully speed up our process just that little bit. I really do not want to stick around without it. Yeah, it's going to make our life far, far better. So, let's enter orbit once again.
I have detected an anomaly.
Yes, the anomaly. Let's go ahead and focus. There we go.
Launching probe.
That will be where we need to be.
On our sensors.
We can go ahead and land, but let's go ahead. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get this done first. Let's make our way down. We'll see what remains of the poor Normandy SR1. She was a beautiful ship, but it is unfortunate that vessels like this do occasionally end up not so well off. Alright, let's see, can we holster our weapon? Yes, we can. We don't really need a weapon right now. It does look like we've got a couple of dog tags for us to collect. Yeah, 1 of 20, okay. We'll definitely make sure that we do that. We'll see if we can find anything worth... Oh, press F to place a monument, but there is... Hang on a second. A dog tag back down here. Yeah, we'll pick that up. Looks like having a few memories from our time on the original ship. Yeah, it was an unfortunate end. But alright, let's go ahead and let's place the monument. Alright, so we've got another journal update. Locate the lost crew. Yes, that is something that we would aim on doing if we can. Let's go ahead and collect the dog tags as we see them. Looks like they're scattered out fairly well. Yeah, no real surprises with the ship falling from orbit now. It's a bit of a miracle that they all stayed so well together. Alright, let's see. Anything else? Oh, refined element 0. I suppose that'll do. Pick that up. Oh wait, was that the Mako over there stuck in the ground? Okay, we're going to definitely go ahead and have a bit of a look at that. We have a fragile crate. Can we break this down? Yeah, okay, so there are potentially dog tags underneath. Okay, so we do need to break whatever we find. Try and do it as respectfully as possible. After all, as much as this may not be their exact resting place, it is still a memorial to them nonetheless. Alright, so there was an SOS pod. Fortunately, it doesn't look like that made it out too well. Yeah, some of the rear fins from the ship. And then, yeah, here we go. Here's the Mako. Poor old buddy there. Man. If only we could find a way to rescue you. I do like the Mako. Fantastic design. I know it's not for everyone's taste, but it certainly worked for me, so definitely a somber bit there. Alright, let's also go ahead and there was this crate up over here. Yeah, fragile crate. Whoopsie daisies. Hang on a second. Let's bust that down. Another dog tag. More element 0. Alright, that'll do nicely. Looks like we've got a couple of crates over here. Let's just quickly run across. Alright, and here we go. There's a couple up here. Alright, so... what exactly is... can we mantle up? Yes, we can. Okay, that's at least something. Let's see... oh, there's more. Oh, the old bridge. Yeah. Look, I may be no fan of Cerberus, but I will say they did a great job in recreating the essence of the Normandy. They really did. Alright, let's read the data pad. 3 entries. The first one. There's unrecoverable data. Spoke to the commander about this. More corruption. All these aliens aboard the Alliance's most advanced ship. I just don't trust them. Especially that Asari and Aquarian. What does Shepard think this is? A zoo? Oh, it's Presley's original journal. Huh. Yeah, alright. More data recovered with the Aquarian. It seems she's on some kind of pilgrimage trying to improve the lot of her home ship. I can understand that. I would something babysit my children or anything, but if she had to be on board, I suppose that's not too bad. And then finally, more corrupted data for a while now, and I'm taking a look past entries in this journal. How blind I was at the time. I came on this ship firmly believing humanity was on its own in the galaxy. More corruption. Shepard brought all these aliens on board, and there's no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. I'm proud to say, more corruption die for any member of this crew, regardless of what world they were born on. Yes, you do see that change with Navigator Presley. It's an unfortunate end. He really wasn't given much of a chance. He was one of the first ones down, which was quite a pity. I didn't mind him. Alright, well... that's all of that, and then let's see. Anything else to see? Actually, more ESO. More tags. And it appears there's a bit of an ice shelf heading all the way out. Yeah, let's just make sure that that gets collected. Alright. That's 13 of 20, that's pretty decent. Only a couple more left. Mind you, all of this XP is going to help us out nicely. In fact, may get us close to another level up. Alright, well... alright, let's pass these stasis pods, I think they were. And... yeah, let's see what else remains. Alright, not too many more. Let's go ahead and break this crate. Alright. It's kind of a miracle that that even survived as long as it did, really. For such a fragile crate to make it down onto the ground and not get busted up. It is impressive. Alright, that's 17, and what do we have back here? Well, I'm not actually really sure what part of the ship that was meant to be. It's quite unrecognizable. Oh, wait. Maybe down in the cargo? I'm really not sure. Well, either way, the ship certainly got busted up quite severely. No surprises that, yeah, the collectors were the one who could do it. Oh, there we go. I think this is either the last or the penultimate one. 19 out of 20. Okay, there's one more remaining. We'll make sure we collect it if possible. More element 0. Oh, and here we go. We have found all the remaining dog tags. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we're able to let them rest. We'll hand those back off to the Alliance or the families or however, or to whoever needs to collect such things. Yeah, alright then. Let's go ahead and go home. I don't think that there's much else here for us. Let's just double check our journal. Yep, we have covered everything. Okay, let's go ahead and head back. Alright, well, gained some experience, gained some funding, found some ESO, that's always nice. Apparently, oh, press X to switch back to your previous weapon. I guess, yeah, that would be the keybind. For a second then I saw that and I was thinking I was playing on an Xbox and was thinking that does not seem particularly right. Alright, well, either way, we've got that sorted. Let's go ahead and jump back into the galaxy map. We'll have a bit more of a search. We'll see if there's any more things worth scanning. So resources are still fairly good. Oh, here we go. Lots of palladium there. There's... Ooh. We'll pick up the palladium and then we'll see about the platinum if there's some nearby. No, it looks like that's still somewhat counted. Not entirely lost though.
Probe launched.
We may as well. And then... what do we have? Oh, okay, this is a decent shot here. Surely that'll take us down to 4. No, we can now pick up the shotgun project though. I'm not actually 100% sure what the advanced scanning did. I think maybe it increased the reticle size, so we're able to collect more on every use of a probe.
Probe launched.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. So technically you might earn a little bit more than you otherwise would gain access to. Alright, let's just see. Anything else? Oh. That'll do.
Probe away.
Definitely need to resupply our iridium stores. Still have a bit of material left here though.
Launching probe.
Alright, we're still down to moderate. Okay, well...
Probe launched.
I guess we'll pick up that. Anything else worth noting? More palladium. You know, that's a decent chunk. I suppose we'll take it. Alright, and where else? We've still got a moderate collection of resources up here. Surely there's some more somewhere. Surely it's not just that much here and there just scattered throughout. Although I guess... oh, here we are. That's very nice.
Launching probe.
Alright, and that is considered depleted. Okay, so that is quite an extensive amount of materials we got from there. Realistically, I don't plan on returning, so as sad as it may be, let's go ahead and scan a little bit more. We've got some good scanning here. Let's see what we can... Let's see what we can find. Hopefully...
Probe away.
we'll find a good amount of things. Oh wow, okay, you know what? We picked the right spot to start.
Probe launched.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's a fair chunk of element 0.
Launching probe. In research projects, Element 0 is used for bioamp and omni-tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective. Launching probe. Probe away.
Actually, you know what? There we go.
Probe away.
Yeah, this element 0 is hard to find, so we should probably make sure we collect that whenever possible. Some of them are... Oh no, here we go. Some better than others.
Probe launched.
And unless we're getting at least like a third of the way up the scanner, I'm not sure if it's particularly worth investing a probe in. Yeah, we'll want to make sure that we get a good amount of stuff. That said though, yeah, as I said, about a third is what I would expect to get. But if it covers multiple minerals as well, maybe it is worth pursuing.
Probe launched.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. And then,
Launching probe.
alright, well we're down to 6 probes, so we can't have too much left. Element 0. Let's make sure we collect on
Probe
that.
away.
Yeah, again, this is why we wanted to make sure that we had plenty of probes before we went anywhere, because we are chewing through these things like crazy.
Probe away.
Yeah, I don't know if that's if that's gonna be too much. Oh well, sorry, not too much. But I would love to. Yeah, I would love to increase our probe capacity. That would be. Oh, actually, you know what? That's half decent for element 0.
Probe away.
I know it says we're depleted, but at the same time, that's probably a percentage-based thing. So go ahead and we'll leave that there. We'll back on up, and then where do we go? Unexplored? No, there's no anomaly here. Let's just double check that there's no anomaly elsewhere, because we will need a probe if we do find an anomaly. So, yeah, it's not the silliest thing. Let's just return for a second. Was that all the planets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's all of them. Okay. Well then, if that's the case, let's just quickly go ahead and we'll use up the final 2. We'll make sure that we resupply before we go elsewhere. We'll see if we can find anything good. Come on now. That seems decent.
Probe launched.
That seems to have taken a good chunk out of the planet. Or the little asteroid, depending on what it technically manages to qualify as. Oh, and then... Hang on a second, where were you? There was something somewhere. There we go.
Probe away.
That should be fairly sufficient. Alright, well, we can now afford the new medbay research project. I think at this point we just make our way out of here. We're going to have to go ahead and figure out where we want to go. We'll probably end up seeing if there's anything nearby. Nothing close calling out to us, so I think we'll go ahead and head back to the relay. We'll then go ahead and refuel. We'll pick up some more probes. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, and then from here, let's have a look and see what we can plot. Alright, so we can go ahead and recruit the convict and secure some cargo. We could head out over here, go for the Firewalker as well as help Zaid. You know, actually, maybe we do go for some early loyalty. Yeah, look, you never know. It could actually be worthwhile. We've got a couple of missions here, and it's all fairly close together. I think that makes a bit of sense. It's just a short hop, skip, and a jump over here. So we've got Firewalker nearby. We have Zaid up over here. Alright, before we do, let's just double check. Okay, we are in different locations. Let's travel. Let's travel up over to help Zaid first. We'll cover his mission, and then we'll make our way to Firewalker. Alright, so first things first, when we enter orbit, we can just go ahead and land. No scanning required. Okay. I know... do we go ahead and check this out, or do we just land? You know what? We'll double check and see if there's anything worth noting. You know what? This is poor. Never mind that. I am not interested in this. And there is... what else? 2 more little planets? What do we see? Rich. Ooh, you know what? Can't say no to that. Let's collect...
Probe away.
Let's collect a bunch of platinum here. Let's see. Anything else of particular note? Oh. Yeah, this is what we want.
Probe
We
away.
want to aim for somewhat the center of the maximum strength of the whatever we found. After all, we do want to get the most return on investment.
Probe away.
That'll do very nicely. Alright, and then... what else have we got? Still classified as rich. Oh.
Probe launched.
How do we do? We did okay. Oh, that's particularly nice.
Probe launched.
Alright, well, at least we're going to be able to afford a couple of upgrades relatively quickly. In fact, that's probably good if we're about to go jump on a mission. Let's see.
Launching probe.
Oh, that was very nice.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched.
Alright, well, I think... oh, back down to poor. That's pretty much everything then. We don't need to 100% it, but you know what? That's actually not a bad chunk of iridium. That'll do.
Probe.
10 probes, that's decent. That means... oh, it's actually depleted now. How very nice. Alright, so that is all bar one more planet, and I'm guessing that's hanging out all the way over here. Tiny little thing. Almost missed it. This is also rich. Oh man, why do they have to put such things around? Otherwise I would happily just kind of skate on by, but no. Too many good resources. And it's too early in the game to say no to good resources at fairly easy to collect spots.
Probe launched.
It would be foolish to ignore it. Alright, we might end up having to go back to the depot just so we can collect some more probes before we go for Firewalker after this. Yeah, that might actually end up being the case. Oh, what do we see?
Probe launched.
Oh, what do we have?
Probe away.
Well, you know what? That's very good.
Probe launched.
Anything else? Let's see what we've got. Alright, hang on a second.
Launching probe.
You know what? I might actually, in the future here, I hadn't really I kind of forgot about the whole planet scanning being quite so tedious. I don't know what I'll do. I think I might leave things for this one just so, I don't know, I guess you get the authentic experience of what it's like to play Mass Effect 2. But in the future, what I'm thinking is I might end up in the end editing out these things. We'll arrive at a planet, I might scan it, and then we'll pop back out just so we can see. I think that might be a little bit more entertaining for you guys, because, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to have a clue as to how our episode has gone otherwise for today. So it's going to stay like this for now. But for now, let's go ahead and land and see about getting into some action, because good grief. After the monotony of scanning, let's see what the story with Zaid is. Alright, so who do we bring? Could bring Garrus, could bring Morden. Let's see. Loyalty is normal. Hang on a second. Garrus, normal loyalty? Oh, come on. Surely he's still loyal from our previous game. Alright, well, I guess that's the thing. And then, okay, Kasumi, she is loyal. Alright, well, let's bring Morden. I'm a fan of him. Yeah, he's got some submachine guns, heavy pistols, incinerate. Yeah, I think that should be good enough. Let's go ahead and add him to our squad. That should be good. Now, point-wise, we've actually got enough to level up. I did forget to do that at the beginning of the episode. Let's go ahead and we'll purchase that rank. So, Commando, health goes up by 30%, health goes up, weapon damage, storm speed, Paragon, Renegade, and damage. Shock Trooper, Weapon damage goes down, storm speed goes down, power duration goes up, as opposed to damage. I do like the extra Paragon on Renegade, I'm not going to lie about that. The health is also not a bad buff. The weapon damage, we probably use the damage more, but you know what, that duration would also probably include our adrenaline rush, so I think we might actually keep this. Yeah, we'll go with the Shock Trooper. Alright, as for Morden Solus, he has 2 points. Let's go ahead and invest that into his Incinerate. We've already got his Solarian Savant sorted out. Can then move on to a Cryoblast in a little bit of XP. As for Zaid, we still have a few points here worth spending. Let's go ahead and pick up the Mercenary Veteran. And then with the 3 more points, could go for maxing that out for damage. That would actually be quite nice. You know what? As much as better ammunition and a concussive shot could be good, I think that Mercenary Veteran is worth holding out for. So since that's going to take, that's going to take a full level up to get, we're going to leave the points on the table for now. Plan for that in the future. Alright, so now that we've got that sorted out, I think we're sticking with our grenade launcher. I'm happy with our setup. Morden, what about you? You've got the Locust. Do we want that or the Shuriken? You know what? Yeah, slightly longer range. I think that seems decent. As for the hand cannon, I think we can keep that there too. Zaid, what do we give him? He's got a Vindicator. I think... You know what? Let's just give him the burst rifle. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm not personally a fan of it, but I'm sure that'll be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and let that be. And let's jump on down. Well, we've got to go
Tapping
ahead.
into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Okay, buddy. He's not much one for talking, but either way, we'll go ahead and get this done. Let's move up. Oh, also too, I realized I forgot to pick up some of those upgrades after all of that scanning. I do apologize. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Alright, no map, no nothing. Let's just go ahead and get on in. We'll see how this all plays out.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Here we go. Keep close.
Alright, just in case too you have forgotten Zaid, he used to be a leader of a mercenary group. Yeah, long story short, things haven't gone too well. He's looking for a little bit of revenge, so yeah, that is the gist of things. Alright, let's investigate these dead bodies. Hopefully
Shot
they're
in
not
the
trapped.
back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
Alright. Well, actually, you know what? I recognize these monkeys. Or at least, I don't know. Whatever they're meant to be. They're in the first game too, but they've got a nice little,
Command to Bravo.
what shall we
Take
call
your
them?
position. Likely these people are not runaways.
It's, yeah, they got a nice little, improvement in the, sequel. Oh, chasing food. How cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Alright, well, either way, let's keep on moving. What do we
Report to
see?
base. Armed intruders incoming at the southern checkpoint.
Alright. Oh, actually, you know what? This is a little bit late, but I should probably have gone ahead and equipped some ammunition stuff here. Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch to a sniper rifle. I will let them deal with anything that's close.
Not difficult.
Concussive shot!
Oh.
Not difficult.
Alright, now I saw someone up over here before. Curious as to where they are. Oh, here we go.
Nice shot!
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? It looks like when we change our weapon, we do not get to keep our ammunition sorted. Huh. Alright, I guess that makes sense. Could have different weapons with different things equipped. Alright, let's get a reload going. Actually, you know what? If that is the case, let's go ahead and... I know, we should be fine. It'll be alright.
Reinforcements incoming. We got your backs.
Oh, where are you?
Heavy weapon! Get down!
Impending explosion.
Alright, let's go ahead and switch weapons. There we are.
All squads, fall back.
Well, no extra ammo just... Oh, there we go. Never mind. We will get some ammunition. Alright, let's see what's going on. Bridge controls. Alright.
This is Commander Santiago. If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself. Now get the hell back out there.
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
I get the feeling you have a past with this.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue Suns. The Suns only got meaner after he staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
20 years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge? Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me while he put a gun to my head and pulled the trigger. For 20 years, I've seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes. Every time I sighted down on a target. Every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disintegrated. A stubborn enough person can survive just about anything. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic.
We better get moving.
Direct to southern access. All squads mass at the gatehouse. Now!
They know we're here. Bring it on, you son of a bitch!
Alright, well, clearly Zaid has some feelings about this, and you know what? I think things are just going to get a little bit more tense from here. So you know what? We're actually going to call things here for today. Yep, we'll go back through, and I'm sure we're going to have quite the firefight on our hands as we head on into the complex. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.